Hello, and thank you for joining our pre-departure briefing. My name is Jacqui Brown, and I am head of the International Office here at the University of Leeds. This briefing has been designed for undergraduates and postgraduates joining the University of Leeds in the autumn term. Postgrads arriving in January may also find the content helpful, but please remember that some of the details will change, and we'll create a new briefing, especially for January arrivals later this year. First of all, a big well done and congratulations to all of you. Leeds is not an easy university to gain entry to. Our standards are very high, and you've all done exceptionally well and worked really hard to get your place. Well done. The next step on your Leeds journey is here. You are about to become a University of Leeds student. And so on behalf of all the staff and current students, I'm delighted to welcome you to our university community. And also to reassure you that we are here to help you settle into university life and to feel at home. You are a very special group this year. The COVID pandemic has created challenges for you that no other group of students has had to face. You can be proud that you've overcome so many barriers and are now ready to start. So, you are now part of our vibrant global community of students, postgraduates, researchers and staff from all over the world. I love being part of this community, and I'm sure you will too. And I hope it will be a lifelong relationship. Although the COVID pandemic means that some things will be different, we are committed to providing you with the high quality learning and student experience that you expect. We're following the government advice on social distancing, and that does mean that teaching activities with large numbers of students will go ahead via digital technology instead of in large full lecture theatres. Teaching in small groups will take place face-to-face wherever we can do that safely. How this works will vary depending on which course you are taking and which module you are taking. We're also working hard with our student union, the Leeds University Union, LUU, to develop a series of activities and events on campus and online so that you can be sure of a warm and friendly social welcome as well as your study. If you're unable to travel to campus immediately, we will support you to have remote access to the support services and teaching resources that you need. If you can't physically get here for the start of teaching, please don't panic. Contact your school and they will explain what the latest arrival date is for you and how they can support you to study remotely until you can join us in Leeds. Safety on campus. Your personal safety and well-being is our top priority. The campus community has a shared responsibility for COVID safety, and we hope you will join us in working together to keep each other safe. We've put in place lots of plans to make our campus and university accommodation safe for students and staff. When you arrive, you will find we have introduced campus-wide social distancing. We are providing washable face coverings for everyone. There will be COVID-19 testing available on campus, and our extra cleaning routines are already underway. You will receive more detailed safety guidance in September as part of your induction. We'll continue to review our plans regularly and to make changes in line with our government guidance. I'll go through a few more details about the different areas of safety on campus and how it might impact on you. Social distancing on campus. We will reduce the number of people moving around campus at the same time. This will be through careful scheduling of activities and timetables. There will be clear signs across campus about social distancing. You will see measures such as one-way systems on busy staircases and corridors. There are new rules for how many people can be in a lift or elevator. There are maximum numbers of people who can go into each room, into each kitchen, into our public toilets and our working spaces. All these things are designed to help us keep our distance. Flexible teaching. Large group activities will be online. Smaller classes and personal tutorials will be face-to-face wherever possible. We will change this if we have to due to changing advice from the government. Cleaning and hand washing. You will see increased cleaning activity across our campus in buildings, in public spaces and in our accommodation. Hand sanitizers, soap and paper towels will also be available at building entrances and in common areas. Please use them. COVID-19 testing. From the beginning of the academic year, there will be access to free and fast COVID-19 testing on campus. This is to support a test and trace approach to containing the coronavirus. The details of the testing and how you personally will access tests if you need them will all be explained in your induction. Face coverings and masks. As in many public spaces across the UK, you will be required to wear a face covering in certain areas on campus. This will include cafes, our campus shops, and all indoor communal spaces. The rules for masks in teaching space will vary depending on how the space is being used and who is in the space. We will give you details for each room at the time you need it, and we will give you information when you arrive so that you understand what's going on. Washable face coverings will be available for everyone and will provide advice about how we expect you to use them. Safe accommodation. There will be regular extra cleaning in all our university accommodation and also new rules on guests and visitors from other flats and from outside your site. Physical socialising in groups will be more limited than normal, and it will focus on small gatherings rather than large. But don't worry, there will be tailored COVID-safe welcome and induction events for you to meet other students in your accommodation, and the residence teams will be there to support you with any concerns. The rest of this pre-departure briefing will consist of 3 parts, delivered by a mix of international office staff and some of our current students. The briefing is divided into sections so that you can view each separately if you wish. We know that you will have many, many questions, and each section will guide you to how to get help and answers to anything we don't cover in our presentation. I hope the pre-departure briefing is useful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in Leeds.
Thank you to Jacqui for giving that introduction. My name is Annica. I also work in the international office. I'm now just going to tell you a little bit about what this pre-departure briefing is going to include. So we'll have 3 sections. The first one is starting at Leeds, the second is life at Leeds, and the third one is arriving in Leeds. The starting at Leeds briefing will talk to you about preparing for your journey. It will also give you some really useful information around your visa and immigration and how to go about applying for your visa and things like that to think about when you are going through that process. It will also give you some detail on the welcome and induction that we will have in place here on campus. And it will also tell you about online registration and how to go about paying your fees and any other kind of financial sort of information. The second part is Life at Leeds. And this will give you all the information that you need in terms of what being a student is like here. So we will have colleagues from the International Office telling you about our campus and our city. We will talk to you about our accommodation sites and how to apply for private accommodation. We will also talk to you about the support and well-being of our students, careers and opportunities, and we will also talk to you about the Leeds University Union. The last section of the briefing will be around arriving in Leeds, and this will talk to you and tell you a little bit more information about our online international orientation and what is included in that. It will talk to you about food and shopping and how to find your way around when you're joining us here in Leeds. It will also talk to you a little bit about how to feel at home in Leeds and give you some hints and tips and resources to use for that. That's it for our introduction. We hope that you will find the briefings useful and that it will answer some of the questions that you might have about joining us in September. For students starting in January 2021, like Jacqui mentioned, we will be arranging another pre-departure briefing which will take place in December, as some of the details around your arrival might be slightly different to those attending in September. You will be emailed about this closer to the time. But in the meantime, you can speak to our Link to Leeds ambassadors at our pre-departure Q&A session on Wednesday. You can contact them in your own time as well via the website. And if you were to watch this briefing after the 19th of August, you can still attend the live chat event and just re-watch the conversation that happened on Wednesday. Thank you very much, and we hope that you enjoy the briefing. We can't wait to see you in September.